Welcome to our tribute to legends on our channel. Today we remember the amazing actors who passed away on this day, August 6, 2024. Let's honor their incredible work in the world of movies. We send our thoughts to their families and fans as we remember them. May their legacies inspire us forever. Before we start, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more tributes. Mark Harmon mourns. Legendary NC showrunner Mark Harmon passed away at the age of 82. On August 3 Road, Mark Harmon peacefully departed this world at his home in Brentwood, California. Mark Harmon, the iconic face of NCIS, is mourning the loss of Schenck, remembering him for his professionalism and tenacity. Mark Harmon's journey with NCIS began right at the start. He, along with his longtime writing partner Frank Cardia, joined the CBS show early in Season 1 as consulting producers. Their talent and dedication saw them rise to the role of executive producers in Season 9. After the unexpected passing of former showrunner Gary Glassberg, Mark Harmon and Cardia took the reins as co-showrunners in Season 1. Mark Harmon eventually retired from the series in 2018, leaving a lasting impact on the show. Mark Harmon, who portrayed Special Agent Leroy Jethro Gibbs from Seasons 1 through 19 and continues to serve as an executive producer, shared his heartfelt sentiments with Deadline. "So sorry to hear the news on Mark," Harmon said. "The professionalism and tenacity of George and Frank changed the face of the show. I'm so appreciative of the team and teamwork they both represented." Harmon is not just looking back but also looking forward as he continues to be a part of the NCIS legacy. He is now the narrator and executive producer for the upcoming spin-off NCIS. But as we approach the October 14th premiere, featuring Austin Stowell as a young Gibbs, Harmon expressed his pleasure in continuing with the NCIS franchise, even after stepping back from his character in 2021. Mark Harmon's contributions to NCIS are immeasurable, and he will be dearly missed. His legacy lives on through the countless episodes that captivated audiences around the world. George Schenck. It is with a heavy heart that we announce the passing of George Schenck, a beloved figure in the television industry, who passed away on Saturday at his home in Los Angeles at the age of 82. George was a pivotal writer, producer, and co-showrunner on the popular CBS drama NCIS for its first 15 seasons. George, along with his creative partner Frank Cardia, made a significant impact on television over their 40-year collaboration. They brought us memorable shows like the 198283 CBS Adventure series Bringing 'Em Back Alive, starring Bruce Boxleitner, the 198486 CBS crime show Crazy Like a Fox, starring Jack Warden and John Rubinstein, and the 1999-1928 ABC drama Pros and Cons, starring James L. Jones and Richard Crenna. Starting in 2003, George and Frank wrote nearly 50 episodes of NCIS. In November 2016, after the sudden death of Gary Glassberg, they stepped up as co-showrunners. They expressed their deep sorrow at the time, saying, "It's with heavy hearts that we assume his duties." Mark Harmon, the star and producer of NCIS, paid tribute to George, saying, "So sorry to hear the news on George. The professionalism and tenacity of George and Frank changed the face of the show. I'm so appreciative of the team and teamwork they both represented." George retired in 2018, while Frank continued with the series until 2022. Born on February 12, 1942, George William Schenck came from a family deeply rooted in the film industry. His father, Aubrey Schenck, produced films such as T-Men 1947 and Robinson Crusoe on Mars 1964, and his great-uncles Nicholas and Joseph Schenck ran MGM and Fox. George graduated with a degree in screenwriting from USC and was part of the film school's first graduating class. He also served in the U.S. Navy. His early writing credits included classic shows like The Wild Wild West, branded Hondo and Bonanza, as well as the films Don't Worry, We'll Think of a Title 1966 and More Dead Than Alive 1969, starring Clint Walker. He went on to co-write the 1974 CBS telefilm The Phantom of Hollywood and Future World 1976, the first sequel to Michael Crichton's Westworld. George and Frank's production company at Columbia Pictures Television saw them work on numerous other shows over the years, including Fantasy Island, The Cosby Mysteries, High Sierra Search and Rescue, The Great Defender, Soldier of Fortune, Ink. Relic Hunter, and Hack. George is survived by his children, Kirk and Jeff, their wives, Allison and Natalie, and his grandchildren, Aidan, Andrew, Ryan, Jordan, and Owen. His wife of over 50 years, Virginia, passed away in March 2023. Donations in George's memory can be made to the Writers Guild Foundation. George Shank's legacy will live on through the countless hours of television he created and the many lives he experienced in the industry. Rest in peace, George. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Hello, everyone. Today we need to address a piece of misinformation that has been circulating on social media. There have been rumors spreading that Arnold Schwarzenegger has passed away. Let me set the record straight. Arnold Schwarzenegger is very much alive. This is just another example of how quickly fake news can spread online, causing unnecessary panic and confusion among fans and loved ones. Please do not believe everything you read on the internet and always verify news from reliable sources before sharing it. Arnold Schwarzenegger was born on July 30th, 1947 in Thal, Austria. From a young age, he exhibited a passion for bodybuilding, which eventually led him to win the prestigious Mr. Universe title at the age of 20. He went on to win the Mr. Olympia contest 7 times, cementing his status as a bodybuilding icon. Schwarzenegger's success in bodybuilding opened doors for him in the entertainment industry. He moved to the United States in the late 1960s and quickly made a name for himself in Hollywood. His breakthrough role came in the 1982 film Conan the Barbarian, but it was his portrayal of the titular character in the Terminator 1984 that made him a household name. With his distinctive accent and impressive physique, Schwarzenegger became one of the biggest action stars of the 1980s and 1990s, starring in blockbuster hits such as Predator, Total Recall, and True Lies. Beyond his acting career, Schwarzenegger has always been an ambitious and multifaceted individual. In 2003, he entered politics and was elected as the governor of California, serving 2 terms until 2011. As governor, he focused on issues such as climate change, healthcare reform, and economic growth. His tenure was marked by both achievements and controversies, but he remains a prominent figure in American politics. In addition to his careers in bodybuilding, acting, and politics, Schwarzenegger is also known for his philanthropy and advocacy work. He has been involved in numerous charitable endeavors, including promoting fitness and education for young people and supporting environmental causes. The spread of fake news about celebrities like Arnold Schwarzenegger often stems from a combination of factors. Firstly, his immense fame and influence make him a prime target for hoaxes. People know that news about a well-known figure like Schwarzenegger will attract attention, clicks, and shares, which can drive traffic to websites and social media pages. Secondly, the advent of social media has made it easier than ever to disseminate information, both true and false. In the rush to be the first to share breaking news, some individuals and outlets may not take the time to verify the facts. This can lead to the rapid spread of misinformation. Finally, there is a morbid fascination with celebrity deaths. For some, spreading false news about a celebrity's death is a way to create a sensation or provoke reactions from fans. It's a reminder of the darker side of our digital age, where the line between truth and falsehood can often become blurred. In conclusion, Arnold Schwarzenegger is alive and well. It's essential to approach news with a critical eye and always seek out credible sources. Let's celebrate the achievements and contributions of individuals like Schwarzenegger without falling prey to baseless rumors. Graham Thorpe. Graham Thorpe, a cricket legend and true hero of England, has tragically passed away at the age of just 55. This comes after a serious health battle that left him seriously ill in hospital just 2 years prior. Thorpe, who played in 100 Test matches and 82 one-day international games for England, made his international debut back in 1993. He immediately made his mark, scoring a century in his first Ashes appearance, a feat no England player had achieved in 20 years. Throughout his career, Thorpe was a mainstay of the England team, scoring 16 centuries in 100 tests and representing the OD side 82 times. He also enjoyed an impressive 17-year career with Surrey, his beloved county. His final Test appearance came in June 2005 before he was omitted from that summer's victorious Ashes series, leading him to call time on his international career. In May 2022, the Professional Cricketers Association revealed that Thorpe had fallen seriously ill and was in hospital receiving treatment. The prognosis was uncertain, leaving fans and the cricket community deeply concerned. This health scare came shortly after he had been appointed as the head coach of the Afghanistan men's team, a testament to his enduring passion for the sport. At the time, Surrey, where Thorpe was an icon, expressed their support with a spokesperson saying, "The thoughts of everyone at the club are with Graham, his wife Amanda, and family." England captain Ben Stokes also showed his support, wearing a shirt in honor of Thorpe during a Test match against New Zealand at Lord's. Now, 2 years later, the cricket world is in mourning. The England and Wales Cricket Board announced Thorpe's passing with a statement that read, "It is with great sadness that we share the news that Graham Thorpe, MBE, has passed away. The statement continued, there seem to be no appropriate words to describe the deep shock we feel at Graham's death. More than one of England's finest ever batters, he was a beloved member of the cricket family and revered by fans all over the world. Thorpe's skill on the field was unquestioned, and his contributions to the sport brought immense joy to teammates and supporters alike. After retiring as a player, he continued to influence the game, coaching and guiding young talents, including working with young Steve Smith and David Warner in New South Wales. Steve Elworthy, Surrey's chief executive, expressed the collective heartbreak, saying, "Everyone associated with the club is devastated by the tragic news of Graham's passing. He achieved remarkable feats for club and country and was a hero to so many cricket fans." The cricket community is coming together to support Thorpe's family, with thoughts and condolences pouring in from all corners of the sport. As we remember Graham Thorpe for his extraordinary contributions to cricket, our hearts go out to his wife Amanda, his children, his father Geoff, and all of his family and friends during this incredibly difficult time. Barbara Howard. Barbara Howard, the bold and unapologetically candid memoirist who took Washington society by storm, has passed away at the age of 89. Barbara died on Friday at her home in Los Angeles due to complications from dementia, according to her daughter Bader Howard. By her 30s, Barbara had already made a name for herself as a vibrant and successful hostess in Washington. In 1966, Life magazine ran a headline declaring, "A swinger frugs gaily into the hostess gap." For those unfamiliar, the frug was a popular dance, and the term swinger had a broader meaning back then. At the time, she was often referred to as Mrs. Edmund N. Howard, thanks to her marriage to a prominent Washington real estate developer. But it was her 1973 memoir, Laughing All the Way, that catapulted Barbara into the limelight. This irreverent and candid book spent months on the New York Times bestseller list during a decade that celebrated honesty. People magazine described her as one of the most uninhibited, outspoken women in Washington, and Barbara certainly lived up to that reputation. She even attended an embassy gala in pajamas. Her newfound fame opened doors to television appearances. Barbara was a guest on The Tonight Show chatting with Johnny Carson about a scandal involving the Jimmy Carter administration. She boldly claimed the media kind of controls everything. The following year, she interviewed singer Anita Bryant on CBS about Bryant's campaign against homosexuality, pointedly asking, "Where is your human sense of decency and fairness to people who are different from you?" Barbara didn't shy away from controversy. In her review of Conversations with Kennedy, a memoir by Ben Bradley, she started with a bang: "If JFK sometimes comes off as an SOB. In this book, well, he's my kind of SOB." Nora Ephron even dedicated a chapter to Barbara in her book Crazy Salad, calling Laughing All the Way a case study of a kind of woman and a kind of misdirected energy. Despite this critique, Ephron found Barbara's journey to carve out a life and identity genuinely moving. Barbara Howard's fearless spirit and sharp wit left a lasting mark on Washington society and beyond. She will be remembered as a trailblazer who never hesitated to speak her mind. Tom Pritchard. Tom Pritchard, Australia's last rat of Tobruk, has passed away at the incredible age of 102. Pritchard was part of the legendary group of soldiers who held the Libyan port of Tobruk against Nazi forces for 8 harrowing months in 1941. These brave men, mostly Australians, stood firm against tank attacks, daily bombings, and the relentless African desert heat. Their heroic defense prevented the German and Italian forces from advancing into Egypt. Enlisting in the army at just 19 years old, Pritchard served as an ambulance attendant in Tobruk. Despite the dangers, he was always there to help his fellow soldiers. His grandson, Rob Dorber, shared that Pritchard's legacy is one of complete disdain for war in all its forms. Pritchard wasn't one to seek out the spotlight. He avoided media interviews, not wanting to be seen as a martyr. When asked for an interview by the Sydney Morning Herald ahead of Anzac Day last year, he politely declined. The nickname Rats of Tobruk was initially meant as an insult by Nazi propagandist William Joyce, known as Lord Haw Haw, who said they were caught like rats in a trap, but the Australian soldiers embraced the name with typical Aussie spirit, turning it into a badge of honor. During the siege, around 14,000 Australian troops, alongside 12,000 British and Indian troops, held the fort against constant bombardments. The siege finally ended in November 1941 when British forces launched a successful counterattack and recaptured the territory. This victory was significant, marking the first time Allied forces stopped the Nazis in the African campaign. ABC war correspondent Chester Wilmot famously praised the Rats of Tobruk, writing that their spirit was a testament to the Australian way of life marked by mateship and solidarity. He noted that in Tobruk, Australian soldiers stood together, defying not just the enemy but also the severe conditions, proving that the spirit of camaraderie could conquer even the most formidable foes. Tom Pritchard's passing marks the end of an era. He was the last living link to the Rats of Tobruk, following the death of Tobruk veteran Alf Jackson in 2020, who lived to be 101. Pritchard's life and service remind us of the extraordinary courage and resilience of those who fought in Tobruk.